Hi, Dave here, and welcome to the presentation. Today, I'm going to show you an exciting business concept. It'll go for just over 20 minutes. Now, anybody can build this business. You may be a baby boomer, a student, a dad, a mum and dad, a single. Absolutely anybody can do it. In 1996, I was lucky enough to read a book called Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. Absolutely fantastic book. It sold over 33 million copies, and many of you guys watching this video have probably read the book. He talks about the different mindsets of people in each quadrant and how people make money. On the left-hand side, we have E for employees and S for self-employed. On the right-hand side, we have B for business owners and I for investors. So on the left-hand side, employees, they work for somebody else. They get a paycheck. And self-employed are people like, say, cafe owners and plumbers. And on the left-hand side is active income. So, you do the work and you get paid. You do the work and you get paid. But if you don't go to work, generally you don't get paid. And on the right-hand side, your business owners and investors. A business owner would be normally a big business. They can actually take 12 months out of their schedule and that won't affect their income because they have systems to train and develop the people. They have time and money. And they earn a passive income. They can make money in their sleep. So today we're going to talk about, with this business concept, we're going to talk about where you can keep your job as an employee or you can keep your self-employed business. And we're going to come across here and you can build a business part-time and become a business owner where you can have more time and make more money and start to earn a passive income. And the big thing here is by becoming a business owner, you're getting a lot of tax benefits. So everybody should have a part-time business for the tax benefits alone. So let's go and we'll show you the business concept. There's so many people today looking to go into their own business because they want to control their own destiny and call their own shots and set their families up. They want to be their own boss. So some people go into franchising. So let's talk about some of the business models before we talk about this exciting new business concept. But franchising is a great business model. It's been around a long time. But one of the negatives is it's very costly. The average person can't afford it. Like the average McDonald's, anywhere between $1.5 million and $3 million. And also, you're paying huge franchise fees back to the franchisor. Many people in franchising you speak to, they don't take a wage in the first 3 years. And in a lot of ways, they're buying themselves a job. Many people in Australia are entrepreneurial. They're go-getters. They have a go. They start their own business like a coffee shop, an independent business. And that's fantastic. But speaking to a lot of people these days, they're telling me that they're working harder than ever, long hours, low profits, high staffing costs, especially hospitality. On weekends, they can't afford to pay staff because of penalty rates. So let's now talk about the online revolution. Let's talk about the business we're going to speak about today. Technology has definitely changed the way we shop. Look at Amazon and eBay. Millions of people around the world are shopping online. I know my wife loves it. She goes online, she looks around, she finds a product like some clothes, and gets that product delivered all the way from America. It's a global market. It's phenomenal. But you see, most of us can't afford to start an Amazon or an eBay. We haven't got the know-how. We haven't got the expertise. So let's talk about how you can be part of this revolution. As I say, most people can't afford to build an eBay or Amazon or replicate that. So what you can do is tap into an existing company. And that company we've tapped into is called Isagenix. They're an incredible company. They're a Fortune 500 fastest growing company. They've been in the top 5,000 companies for the last 8 years. They've got very innovative products in weight management, energy performance, healthy aging and wealth creation. And they pay very generous commissions. Now the news is getting out about Isagenix. In Australia and New Zealand, look at the sales growth. In 2013, it grew by 30 million. In 2014, it grew by 150 million. Currently, they're doing about $700 million, and by the end of 2015, they're set to do $1 billion. That's absolutely incredible. My wife and I have been in the industry since 1996. We've been involved with quite a few companies, but unfortunately, most of those let us down. We've had success with one previous company, so we understand the industry. We've looked at everything and we've done a lot of research, and we find that Isagenix is the best out there. They've got a lot of integrity, great owners. They've got everything going for them, and they're going to be around a long time. You see, our goal is to build a legacy income that we can pass on to our children and our grandchildren. Now, I believe one of the biggest issues with this industry is a lot of people don't understand it. They think they do, but they don't. And that's because probably in the past you've had an experience with somebody that's tried to sell you a product or service. And once I actually sat down and understood this business model, I got very excited because this is not about selling products to friends. This is not about, party plans, home presentations. This is actually about leverage and duplication. Now, why have I got Starbucks there? You see, Starbucks, what they do is they build networks. Now, Starbucks, they do sell coffee. We all know that. Now, I was recently in New York and there was a Starbucks in every corner. It was amazing. And I thought to myself, well, yes, they sell coffee and sandwiches and different food products, but really, they're in the networking business. They build networks. And wealthy people in the world build networks. There's Starbucks in every corner. They sell coffee. As long as they've got Starbucks in every corner in New York and all around the world, therefore, they're going to make a lot of money. They build networks. So today I'm going to talk about, first of all, how the business is built. And then later on in the presentation, I'm going to show you about the products. But let me show you the business system and how it really works because it's very exciting. Once you find the right company, and we have with Isagenix, what's just as important is also to find the right team support. And we're very lucky to have a couple who are the most successful networkers in Australian history, and they have a great team system. You see, it's like the geese. They fly in a V formation because that adds 71% extra to the flying range. They take it in turns up front. When a goose gets sick and falls to the ground, two other geese go down to help it. And geese also honk with encouragement from the back. It's important to know the difference between direct sales and network marketing. With direct sales, say you've got a product, you'll go out and you'll do a home presentation, party plan. It takes a lot of time, I believe, and the thing is there's no leverage because you buy the product at the wholesale price off the company, then you go out and sell it retail and you make a retail profit. Now, what happens when you stop selling? Well, when you stop selling, your income stops. And it just takes time, and people are busy these days. So, what I wanted was a business where I could build it from home. I've got 3 young children, and therefore it was important that I stayed at home and spent my time with the kids, and I could still build my business. And with Isagenix, you can actually build your business in 13 countries and territories around the world from the comfort of your home. Now, that's amazing. So the difference between network marketing and direct sales is with network marketing, we're not doing party plans, we're not doing home presentations, we're not selling product retail. What we're doing is we're building networks, and it starts with you. And you enroll for $25. You find yourself a sponsor. You get a website and a back office, and you can go online and put an order in, and those products are delivered to your door. So then, what do we do then? Well, it's a bit like when you go to a great movie or you go to a great restaurant, what do? Well, you go out and you tell people about it. The thing is, does the movie theatre or the restaurant, do they pay you for that referral? Of course they don't. But with network marketing, you do get paid to refer and help other people. This is actually a business of helping others. And we'll talk about the products in a minute because there's so many solutions here for people. And one of them being wealth creation. So you start to build your own network, just like Starbucks. It starts with you roll a few people, they pay their own $25. They get their own back office, their own website. Now you've got 6 people in your business, and those people are also buying the product for themselves. So you're not handling the stock. The products are delivered by the company all around the world. Isn't that amazing? And then you can see how it blows out here. It's the power of 5. It goes to 31. And then they go out and enroll their 5 people. Now there's 156 in your network. And then they go out and enroll 5 people. Now there's 781 in the network. And with 781, you'll be making around about $60,000 per year passive income. Passive income meaning the income continues to come in long after the initial work is done. It's a bit like the author of a book. They write the book, they make the money, but it comes in forever. And then look at this, 781, they enroll 5 people. Now you've got just under 4,000 people in your network all around the world in 13 countries where Isagenix has a presence, and you're making a commission on the total product volume going through that network. So at this level here, around about 4,000 people, you'll be making $300,000 per annum. Now that's incredible. Now there's an income disclaimer here, and that is this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. We all know that effort equals reward. But the beauty here is that you can't make money unless you help somebody else make money. Now let's nip something in the bud right now, because a lot of people talk about pyramid selling. With pyramid selling, there's generally no products, and you make money from a sign-up fee. With this system, everybody starts at the same level with the same opportunity, and the money is made from the product volume, not from a sign-up fee. That's the difference. This industry has been around since the 1950s. It turns over billions and billions of dollars. And when you've got guys like this guy here, Tony Robbins, who backs the industry and talks about how our industry is going to explode, we know we're in the right place. Now, there are so many people from all walks of life, all these very successful Aussies who are building a business with Isagenix and doing very well. Isagenix is the fastest growing company in the world, and many Aussies are coming on board. And in actual fact, after this presentation, if it resonates with you, I can actually take you to a website where you can watch 12, 13, 14 videos of these Aussies. Here's a bit of a snippet now of some of these people.
Before Isagenix, I was commissioning music videos and commissioning TV content for a major record label. And it was an incredibly high pressure, full throttle life. Seemingly my dream job. I'd worked incredibly diligently and hard to get there. Yet I was waking up every single morning with dread in my tummy. I was becoming run down, I was constantly sick. I was travelling extensively, with incredible artists. And it didn't seem right. It just didn't make sense that I was working this hard, yet never making ends meet. I just couldn't accept that this was meant to be it until 60, 70, 80 years old.
Before Isagenix, life was actually really good and it was pretty fantastic. And we just thought that it was normal to be busy and stressed and overwhelmed and tired. And we had a 2-year-old and I was managing 2 businesses, and Jono was getting up at 4:30 every morning because he was a personal trainer. And
before we got involved with Isagenix, life was very traumatic for us. Leanne had a very complicated miscarriage, and prior to that, she was the most vibrant, energetic, beautiful, amazing person that I've ever known. And just to see her so tired and so exhausted and so drained from that miscarriage was really, really challenging. Financially, we were going through terrible, terrible pressures. We were living off tax money and having to pay the tax debt back. We were just so stressed. I was working extremely long hours, leaving the house at 7 a.m., just getting home at 7 p.m., and our little boy just wasn't seeing his dad, and Leanne wasn't seeing her husband.
And I was under so much pressure to go back to work, and I didn't want to go back to work. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mum and be there to raise my little boy and see him grow up.
I mean, when I first saw this business model, I couldn't believe it. I've had traditional businesses like hotels where the overheads are very high. And all we're doing here to make money is actually eating our overhead. We're actually getting paid to eat healthy food. This is called transfer spending. You have to buy this food anyway. So why not just buy through your own shop rather than making the big multinationals wealthy? And you can also make a difference, as Isagenix, they give millions to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, who grant the wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions to enrich the human experience with hopes, strength and joy. So what you're really doing is you're building an asset. And if you made $5,000 per month, that's like having $1 million in the bank working for you. And you're doing this part-time. So let's talk about the products now, and then we'll wrap this presentation up. And once again, I appreciate you watching and listening. Serendipity. What's a serendipity? It's the occurrence and development of events by chance in a happy or beneficial way. You see, we have a great business concept here, but the serendipity is that we have great products to go with it, with Isagenix. And it's taken myself and my wife a long time to find the right company with all the right criteria. And the products play a huge part, because I'll guarantee you one thing, I wouldn't be involved with this if the products were bad. Now, for a company that's almost turning over $1 billion now, been in existence for 13 years and growing rapidly, They have to have great products, otherwise they wouldn't be around. So that's the serendipity. Isagenix are your partners. 13 years of financial growth and stability, over $3 billion in cumulative sales, ranked 29 in direct sales. They're featured in magazines, massive growth in Australia and New Zealand, and aiming for over $1 billion in sales in 2015. So you're in the right place at the right time. I just want to say that this is big business. The industry itself turns over $170 billion. That's 3 times bigger than the music industry. And the best thing about Isagenix is all of the systems are set up. I mean, if this was a franchise, this would cost you millions of dollars. But we're talking $25 to get started. Now, the beauty is we don't have to know anything about the product formulations. We can try the products for ourselves. They've got a money-back guarantee, so there's no hassles there, no risk. But you don't have to explain to your network all about the products. That's Isagenix's job. They've got websites, blogs. You can ring corporate if you've got any questions. So they do all the complete R&D, product formulation, innovation, product licensing. They process all the orders and delivery. They provide training, events and support, accounting and commission payments. They open up new markets and registration. They do all this for us, which is incredible. Now, many top athletes in Australia consume the Isagenix products, including Natalie Cook here, who won a gold medal in beach volleyball, and Jana Pittman. What they speak about is that the Isagenix products that takes the best of Western and Chinese nutrition, makes it convenient to consume, it's evidence-based, cutting-edge nutrition, wholesome complete meals that saves us money with no wastage. Now, at a recent event, what they spoke about was there's many people out there who are eating raw food and paleo, and that's fantastic. However, what they're saying is you still need the proper nutrition on top of that. And many CrossFitters, personal trainers, people in the industry are also consuming Isagenix alongside their paleo diet and eating raw food. Because I suppose in a nutshell, what they're saying is our environment is toxic, our soils are depleted, our food is nutritionally bankrupt, and we still need to put that good nutrition into our body and supplement and put the superfoods into our body. Now, my own personal testimony with Isagenix is I've lost 20 kilos and I've maintained that over a couple of years. So, absolutely incredible. As my good friend used to say, mate, you've got more chins than a Chinese phone book. So, I think I remember looking in the mirror one day and thinking to myself just how bad I looked, and I saw some photos of myself and my daughter, and I thought I need to do something about it. So, Isagenix, it's the only thing that's ever worked for me as far as keeping my weight off, and I love the products. And the global weight loss market is worth $586.3 billion. So Isagenix have solutions for weight loss. So they have a weight management system, which is absolutely fantastic. That's what I started on. And by the way, you can still eat steaks and some of your favourite food. There's no problems there. All you're doing is incorporating some of the Isagenix products into your normal diet. And the fitness industry is massive. Like gyms alone are worth $75 billion. Now here's a short video by Jana Pittman talking about the Isagenix products.
Hello, my name is Jana Pittman and this is my gorgeous daughter, little Emily. So as you can see, I'm a mum. I have actually got 2 kids, but I'm also very lucky to have been an Olympic athlete for Australia. I competed in track and field for 2 Olympics before actually last year swapping to do bobsled at the Winter Olympic Games. But I'm here quickly to talk to you about why I use this amazing system with Isagenix. So about 6 years ago, when I was still a track and field athlete, I really got to my wit's end. I was down, I was injured, I was out, and my doctor pretty much said to me, Jana, I think you've had a wonderful career, but it's time to hang up those boots and do something else. And I think like most athletes, I just wasn't prepared for that. I was only about 26 and I just wasn't going to retire. So I was looking for a really good solution to try and basically tell the doctor he was wrong. So I was very lucky to be introduced to this product in a gym. And initially I was a little bit sceptical, but I'm so grateful that 6 years later I'm still using these amazing products. So for me, it completely changed my life. Not only am I a better mum and I'm much less moody and calmer, I feel like I sleep better, my recovery and my training has gone through the roof. I managed to actually change sports and put on 14 kilos of lean muscle using the exact same system. So that's a really strong message for us to know. All these products, they're for weight loss, they're for energy and performance, they're for aging more gracefully. The system works for everyone. We might do it a little bit differently depending if you're an athlete or you have a weight loss goal, but the program is designed to be a complete system that we utilise. Doesn't matter what you're doing, it's the same stuff.
And also, the global anti-aging product market is set to reach $341 billion by 2018. Now, Product B by Isagenix, the science behind it actually won a Nobel Peace Prize. Have you heard of telomeres? For me, this has really helped my skin, but it has all sorts of benefits. It's a fantastic product, and it's all about aging healthily. And I just love this product, the Isagenix E-Shot. It's a healthy shot compared to all those other products out there that are full of sugar. Now, Isagenix, they even sell healthy chocolate. And another one of my favourites is the Ionic Supreme. It really is a great drink. It's a great stress relief. When I first started with Isagenix, I really only got in for the products. It wasn't until I started listening to some podcasts I realised that there was many people from all walks of life who are doing really well. And one particular podcast I used to like to listen to was Peter Kelly here from Perth, who's only 26, who's a millionaire with Isagenix. And she was talking about her and her team, going over to Bali for 6 months, and they were still making a great income whilst in Bali. They were making residual income, time and money. And I thought to myself, that's what I want. I want time and money. I want lifestyle. What I realised was that this business is so simple. Once you work out what you want, then it's just a matter of following a few simple key principles. I love this guy here, Jimmy Smith, an ex-butcher in his 80s. And an Isagenix millionaire. He said, when I found there was a business where I could spend a few $100 to get started, eat my overhead, become healthy, fail 90% of the time, and become obscenely wealthy, what do you think I said? I can do this. So it's so important to find the right company with the right products, and you have with Isagenix, but just as important, it's also critical that you have team support. And with us, when you join us, you do have the team support. We have a group of mentors that have been in the industry for a long time, and we have systems in place. So really now you've only got 3 options. Number 1, you can get started for $25 and build a network and start making money. Number 2, you pay $50 and you become a product user only, which means you don't build a network, but you can always upgrade later, and you still get the benefits of being a wholesale customer and getting your products delivered. And number 3, basically you do nothing. Maybe it's all about timing and you're not interested. And that's totally fine. We're not here to put pressure on anybody. All we're doing here is building a business of volunteers. Thank you so much. Please get back with the person that offered you this video and they'd be happy to give you more information. Thank you so much.